Hi, I'm Rob Patterson. I'm at the Queen Street Commons in Charlottetown, PEI with Startup Canada, and I'm talking to my good friend Raymond Lowe, farmer extraordinaire. Raymond, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a sixth generation farmer here in Prince Edward Island. We have a certified organic farm. We market pretty well all our produce and livestock direct market now, and work directly with the community to sell our stuff.
And you've got a new breakthrough in financing recently. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I had to increase my beef on the farm and poultry and pork. So what I did was started a CSA to sell boxes of pork and beef. Did it on online with Indiegogo as a campaign, and sold out very, very quickly and got really broad community support. So we're really humbled by that, but it works really well.
And where are you going now? Because maybe you should say a little bit about how you're raising the animals, which is a bit different from the normal way.
Yeah, we have all of our animals are outside. They're all raised, pasture raised. So we grow all our own feed, pretty well all our own feed on the farm. And the premise is if you have healthy and happy animals, I think we'll have healthy and good food. So we try to raise everything respectfully and we're doing it quite different than everyone else.
So tell us a little bit about the difference between your kind of approach to the market and farming and, shall we say, how farming is mainly done by most farmers today, so we can get an idea of how different this is.
Well, we sell everything pretty well directly to the consumer, so people can come to the farm and see the animals. I work with the premise that if people won't show you their farm and won't show you their animals, you probably shouldn't buy them. I think if we don't have healthy and happy, naturally raised animals, cattle are raised really for years and years and years on grain and feedlots, and it's not a natural way to do it at all. Actually, you take animals, put them in an unnatural environment and feed them unnatural food, we probably don't get healthy food back from them. So the whole premise is to feed cattle like cattle should be fed and have healthy beef. The pigs are outside and running around, and again, it's really a matter of the pigs being able to choose if they want to be inside or outside, and they're fed natural feed. So that way I think we can have healthy food, and I can tell a story directly to our consumers, and I meet my consumers on a daily basis, where usually the farmer doesn't meet the consumers. The farmers sell them off to a big wholesaler somewhere, and the consumer has no idea where the meat came from. So it's a different way.
And we all know that farming is a tough business today, but do you think your approach is a better opportunity for new farmers coming in than the old one?
Well, absolutely. We have a really mixed farm, so generally you don't have a failure in everything, so it's a lot less risky. You do have to spend more time and different kinds of equipment. I can finance it a completely different way, because by selling boxes and using a CSA, I don't have to go to the bank and mortgage everything and then maybe get the money and maybe not when you need it. So in this case, I think it's really going to be the only way for new and young people to start farming. That's my opinion.
Raymond, in farming today, there are massive amounts of government subsidies for this and for that, and they're mainly aimed at the large traditional farmer. Tell me what you think of that, and what could they do to help people like yourself, and why should they do that?
Yeah, well, one of the reasons we had to develop a different way of financing was because basically all the programs that are given out by Agriculture, Department of Agriculture now, are disaster relief programs, and they're designed around monocultural kind of cropping. So if there's a disaster in that particular crop that year, you can get money back, but because we have a mixed farm, it doesn't work. And the way the programs have been set up, they've been actually punishing the mixed farms, the small operations, because you couldn't get any assistance. So if I was going to change that, the first thing I would do is say, okay, how do we change this to actually bring back mixed farming, some opportunity? Because then, of course, you have a much less chance of having a disaster. You rarely have everything bad in 1 year. So it would be a completely different way of actually moving agriculture back to smaller farms and back to more local. And the way to do that is change some of the structures and the disaster relief programs to do it.
Raymond, thank you very much.